Hey everybody, I wanted to show you four new Beatle finds that I recently got, and they're all pretty cool. And this first one it's a Japanese pressing of Rubber Soul, released on Apple Records, and I think this is from 1968. So here's the back. It's got the flaps there on the back cover, that fold over. And here's what it looks like. Comes in a black inner sleeve, hole in the back there. And here's what the vinyl looks like. Vinyl's in really good condition, and it sounds really, really good. I played it about maybe 3 or 4 times, and yeah, I was really impressed with the sound. Really, the Japanese pressings, I'm sure a lot of you know, are known for just the pristine audio, and it really sounded good. Wide stereo image and really cool sounding record. And the really, really, really cool thing, I keep saying cool, so I'm going to find another adjective. The really fantastic and awesome thing about the Japanese releases is that they come with these cool inner sleeve lyric sheets with the lyrics in English and Japanese. And it folds out like that, and you got all the songs from Rubber Soul. It's kind of funny though, because some of the words I got pretty wrong, but that's all right. Hey, they did the best they could, and I always think it's really cool. I like listening to the record and reading along as it's going on and see which words they got right and which they got wrong. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's Rubber Soul, Japanese pressing from 1968, and like I said, it sounds really good, and it's like made of like a different material on this cover. It's like not shiny. It's kind of got like a roughness to it, and I really like that a lot. So, Rubber Soul, Japanese pressing, and then just yesterday, I was at Record Outlet in Thousand Oaks, and I picked this up. It is a copy of Mind Games from Argentina, and it was released in 1974. So originally Mind Games was released in 1973, I think. Yeah, 73. So this came out in 74, and it's got a glossy front cover, but like the Rubber Soul, it has this like kind of rough, non-glossy back cover. And it's pretty cool because it's got all this information here in Spanish. And let me get up closer so you can get a better look. It's got all the song titles in Spanish there. And it's got this interesting thing where, I don't know if you can see it, but in black here, it says 51, 54, and then there's a dollar sign. So I don't really know quite what that means. I don't know if, I can't imagine this was originally supposed to be like $50. But if you know what that means, maybe write it in the comments, because I sure don't. So it's cool, and I like the way they got this Apple logo on here on the front. So that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, I listened to this yesterday, and it doesn't sound all that great. It's got kind of a little bit of a distorted sound, which is kind of similar to, I have a White Album that's from Argentina, and it's got a similar kind of thing where it's like a brittly kind of sound. It kind of has like a distortion to it, but it's cool to have these records anyway, to listen to them. And there's the label. Label's really cool. I like the way the label looks. That really bright green label, and again with everything in Spanish. And there's the B-side. Mind Games, by the way, is, I think, maybe my second favorite John Lennon album. I really like Mind Games. I think it's super underrated. It's got really, really great songs, and it's like right after John's crazy, not crazy, but his real intense political time. So he kind of went back to writing just straight kind of songs about his life and about Yoko and love songs and that kind of thing. There's a couple political ones on here, like Free the People and those songs. But anyway, Mind Games from Argentina. Pretty cool. Glad I got to pick that up. I got it for a really good price because Record Outlet has really good prices. I don't work there or anything. I just like going there. Okay, now this is a bootleg that I spent a lot. I spent so many years looking for it. I saw it one time before, and they had it for like $100, and it was I'm not gonna pay $100 for a Beatle bootleg. Um, but I found this finally at a record store in Ventura, and it's the Abbey. It's an Abbey Road bootleg, and it's called Abbey Road. And I think it's the official title is Abbey Road NW8 number 3. It's got this really cool Linda McCartney photo, and there's Paul and Ringo on the back, George and John. I think she called this photo Four Strangers because she said at that time it was like they were just four strangers and very much individuals, no longer Beatles. And the cool thing about this is it's an original pressing. I think I read online like 72 or 73 or something. And side 1, it's all Abbey Road outtakes. So you got Golden Slumbers. Actually, I'll show you the back here. You got Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, Her Majesty, You Never Give Me Your Money, Octopus's Garden, Maxwell Silverhammer, Oh Darling, and Something. The really cool thing about this is none of these versions, they're all different from the record. None of them have ever been released officially, so you still have to get them on the bootleg market. And they're really, really cool. There's some stuff that even I haven't heard before, and I think I've heard almost everything that you can get your hands on. To me, the really big surprise was listening to Golden Slumbers and Carry That Weight, because the vocals are way, way, way different. And then side B is pretty cool too. It's from a Donovan, well, it's from a Mary Hopkin session. And Mary Hopkin was an Apple artist that Paul McCartney was producing, and he produced her first album called Postcard. And this side 2 comes from the Postcard session where Donovan was there, and Donovan was showing Paul and Mary a bunch of songs that she could do that he'd written. And while this was going on, they rolled the tape, and Paul and Donovan were just kind of jamming on a bunch of stuff. And yeah, there's a bunch of cool songs here. My favorite one, I think, is Heather, which Paul just kind of made up on the spot, I think. Or, I mean, that's what it sounds like to me, because I never heard it again. And it's really cool. But this whole thing is really good. And the quality is actually pretty high quality. And it's just Donovan and Paul. You can hear Mary Hopkin a little bit. She doesn't really sing, but you can hear her talking in between songs. And yeah, it's just a really cool bootleg. Definitely one of my favorites. And I'll show you what the record looks like. It's got this green... Oh, 1971, by the way. I just read on the label. It's got this green label. You hear Penny the dog barking, but don't worry. I think there's just someone outside. She's all right. Anyway, green label on both sides. But this record's in really good condition, and the sound quality is really good. The Abbey Road outtakes aren't quite as good quality as the Donovan and Paul McCartney outtakes, but still really glad that I found this, and it's really, really cool. So if you can get your hands on this, highly recommend it. Okay, and last but not least, I picked this up, and this is the Beatles, the complete Rooftop concert. And I've always heard about this, and I've always wanted to get it. And this is actually a brand new bootleg. It came in a shrink wrap, and this is like real glossy, this front cover, and it's got a real glossy back cover. And it's a little bit pixelated. I don't know if that's going to come through on this camera, but a little pixelated. But it's really cool to have this. Side 1 has got, well, I'll show you on here again. Side 1, it's got Get Back version 1, Get Back version 2, Don't Let Me Down version 1, I Got a Feeling version 1, One After 909. Side 2, you got Dig a Pony, I've Got a Feeling version 2, Don't Let Me Down version 2, and Get Back version 3. That's the one where the cops showed up, and that's the one that was released officially on Anthology 3. You can hear that there. And then it's kind of cool, you get this bonus track, which doesn't relate to this Rooftop concert at all, but it's kind of cool, and it's Hey Jude, and then they kind of break into some like random busking songs. But that actually comes from when the Beatles were filmed for a music special in 1968, and that comes from that source. But it's cool to have this whole concert on vinyl, and the audio quality is pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good, and I was excited to have this. And it's kind of cool because it comes colored blue vinyl. And you get a picture of front cover there with Beatles on the roof. The backside looks like this. So, yeah, pretty cool. And it wasn't that expensive, which is good. Sometimes bootlegs can be like just ridiculously expensive, like triple what it normally should cost. But this one, I think, because they kind of mass-produced this one, and I think it was only, I think it was $20, something like that, maybe 15, $20, but really cool. And I'm glad I have this to my collection now because I do like the Rooftop concert a whole lot, and it's nice to have it in one album. So there you go. There's the 4 new Beatle finds. So the Rooftop concert bootleg, the Abbey Road bootleg, the John Lennon Mind Games from Argentina, and Rubber Soul from Japan. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to check out the other stuff that I get, and I'll be posting some more videos very soon. Maybe some non-Beatle posts. We'll see what happens. So see you later. Have fun. Find vinyl. Oh, listen to my vinyl show if you want to. I have a vinyl podcast that you can listen to. Episodes are for free, and there's a link down below in the information section. It's called Needle Meets Vinyl, and there's a new episode this week, so check it out. Okay, bye.